MPulse Summit wants to welcome you to our 7th year. I cannot believe it's been 7 years. And this year is Restore 25. It's been 7 years of transformation, 7 years of elevation, and 7 years of divine impact. MPulse 2025, this is the year of restoration. And Restore 25 is our charge for the season. To rebuild, renew, and reclaim all that has been lost or broken. Joel 2:25 declares, I will restore to you all the years that the locusts have eaten. And this is the year where God restores our time, our purpose, our vision, and our power back into our hands. This is our season to rise, to be renewed, and to walk in the fullness of His promises. Now, what to look forward to at Restore 2025? We're building your vision with powerful speakers and spiritual guidance to fortify your purpose, renewing your mind with deep discussion panels and workshops designed to shift your thinking and to elevate, and reclaiming your power by networking with faith-based driven leaders, entrepreneurs, and creatives. And let us not forget reviving your spirit. Remember, this is not just about business, but it's about aligning with divine destiny and stepping into greatness. MPulse Summit 2025 is here, and this is not just a conference. This is a movement, a spiritual enrichment gathering where faith meets action. So get ready to restore, rebuild, and rise, because this is your year. Listen, I make myself laugh. If nobody else is going to make you laugh, laugh at yourself. I am Micheline Barber. I am the visionary founder of MPulse Summit. And listen, this year it is Restore. Joel 2:25 said, it is time for us to get back all the things that we lost. Let's rebuild, let's revive, let's restore together. September the 27th through the 29th in Charlotte, North Carolina. Listen, we got so many events. That offsite day event. We got the MIM Mixer, the PPB, the Sunday Post, Men on Pause, the Cream Gala Award, the release ceremony. We added the signature hour. And now we're doing the cocktail with coaches. We got the popcorn with purpose. It's a 3-day educational experience. I can go on and on. Spiritual, personal, and professional is what we want to build up. Got interactive classes. We have a night panel that we're going to be discussing. We have all these fresh new educators that's going to be coming to you, our core specialists that's going to be bringing it. If you know of a future professional, if you are a future professional and you want to be there, listen. 1 day, $75. 2 days, $99. And this comes with a swag bag and lots of education. If you want to attend these other events, then it's additional. But we are looking for our future professionals. I'm asking you, and I'm going to ask you this. Are you ready to get in the room? Well, you can. $2.99. Our network nightly lock-in, that's our popcorn and purpose. We got our Sunday Post, spiritual enrichment gathering, our intimate classrooms, our workshops, our panels, discussions, main stage, product presentations. Ooh, we $2.99. $2.99. That is less than $84 a week. Y'all, no more excuses. That's it. It's time out for excuses. I am telling you right now, you can register by simply going on this code and scanning it, or you can go to stan.store/MPulse Summit and get the ticket that fits you right. We say be in the building, be in the room. Signature is sold out, and one of the young ladies who we are about to interview now is one of our signature VIPs. That says T&C's left. We have no seats left. It is sold out officially because this is going to get you all your name on your paraphernalia. This is going to get you a VIP signature seating. You got that signature cocktail hour. You're going to be doing our signature early morning breakfast with the coaches. You get 3 virtual hands-on classes tailored to meet your goals. Now, we already know that alone is worth it. Premium seating, visibility, your promotions that we're going live with you, your signature on paraphernalia. We got the Breakfast of Champions that we're going to be doing. This is a signature event access only. This is the only ones that can come in here. We got our cocktail with coaches hour that we're going to be doing. Only the signature VIPs can come to this. Now we're thinking hard and we're thinking long about what we can do to bring it. And I'm telling you, We left no tables unturned. Everything that we thought about, we bringing it to you. Everything. We got Tavia Jackson from Stress to Success. When I tell you this young lady is fire by herself, she's coming. They are the panelists for the Popcorn with Purpose. They are the ones that we're coming in and joining forces with. You're going to get to witness over 200 flavors of their popcorn. That's the Popcorn with Purpose. Now, another major sponsor that we have, this young lady here, Kai Smith. She's going to be talking about the trauma of trichology, shifting your perspective from hair loss to health loss, increased revenue, and standing in the front line for a health advocate. This is who you're going to see, Kai Smith. And that's just two. I'm going to say that again. That's just two individuals that we bring to the table. And that is already cha-ching. Let the church say amen. Well, let me say this. This young lady is what we're bringing here is Restore. Joel 2:25. Y'all, so many people said, I've been trying to get there. Oh my goodness, everything else come up. Let's move these things out the way. Let's go ahead and say, I will be there. It's a no-brainer. You got to be in the building. This young lady here, we met her many years ago. I'm talking about, we go way back. Like way back. And she came to a regroup tour that we did in Atlanta, Georgia. And she said, Mitch, guess what? Sign me up. I got to be in the building. I want my business to be better. I want to be better. I got to be around like-minded people. I've been calling her twin because every time I get a hairstyle, she get one. Every time she get one, I get one. And we just go back and forth. I'm telling you. So my twin is going to be joining us. This young lady is power. She's power and she's powerful. Y'all, please put your hands together for none other than Miss Katrina Payne.
Hello.
Mr. Twin.
Hello, everybody. Yeah. Hi, my twin. Where have you been?
Right. That's our joke. So listen, you are the visionary founder of Transformation 12.2. Tell us a little bit about Transformation 12.2, because that number means, I'm a number girl. So I know that number means something.
You went out a little bit on me. Hi, again, I'm Katrina Payne, and the name of my salon is Transformation 12.2 LLC. I'm in Walterboro, South Carolina. My number there is 843-898-3712. Mitch, back to the question that you asked me in reference to where the 12 and 2 came from. Mm-hmm. Years ago, I was with a friend and we started my business. So we went I like the way transformation came from the idea of how people transform. So when you get somebody in your chair and you got their hair done and they transform into a whole different person. They start showing out, they start acting up. So it's a transformation for them. So right. I like the vibe of the transformation. Then 12 and 2 came after COVID, when I decided to really get into doing my business and building my LLC and getting things done. I looked it up and one day I was just sitting home and I said, you know what? I want to see what the biblical meaning for transformation is. And it's Romans 12 and 2. So that's how 12 and 2, I added the 12 and 2 years later to the transformation.
Yeah, that's good. A lot of times we don't pay attention to what numbers are, but we always looking at signs and wonders like this. Now we're able to see Restore everywhere. So, one of the things that you shared is that you're the oldest daughter of Bernard and Yvonne. I'm the oldest. So, okay. Family, how did your family shape the person that you are today?
Well, I can credit that to both my parents, my mom and my dad. My father is actually passed, so he's the late Bernard Payne. But with them, they showed me to be responsible, to be a leader, to handle things accordingly, not let a whole lot of stuff phase you. My father was the jokester. My mother was more the serious one and handle business, but it showed me to have a balance in so many ways of how to balance business and to balance home. So they really brought me up as the oldest. So the oldest was like, my mother was like, hey, you got to help me. You got to do what you got to do. There's no
Right.
question about that. Get up off your butt. I need help. So she showed me a lot of leadership and a lot of good qualities and making me to be the woman that I am today.
That's good. That's good when you can combine those two together, because I know how I am about my family. So in the earlier days of you starting out, Cottageville under Miss Esther Wombley, talk a little bit about that, because I know we all have stories of who actually got us into the industry. My mom was is a hairstylist. I never in a million years thought I was going to do hair, because I used to watch her, still watch. I'm like, no. But you was under an amazing young lady named Miss Esther. Tell a little bit about that journey with Miss Esther.
Well, it's funny, actually. Miss Esther was my hairstylist. So I would go to her because my mother hated doing my hair. And I honestly can tell you, I was the one hated getting my hair done. I was the tomboy of the group. So
Right.
I could do a puff and a ponytail and go about my business. I had time for the hair and all that pressing. So after I started going to her, she had another young lady that worked in the shop with her. And I was sitting there and I would watch them. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I like that interaction. So when the other young lady went off to college, she needed an assistant. So I told her, I said, hey, I'm not doing nothing on Saturdays. I'll come and help. But later on, I ended up getting into the business of it. So after I graduated from high school and still under her, I went into cosmetology school and ended up, I did better in cosmetology school than I did in high school. It shocked me, but I did like it. So she was a big influence in pushing me to go into the industry. So and she still comes pop up in the shop now. And I trim her hair, cut her hair for her because she's retired now. But she still watches over me. She's still making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So
That's good.
yes, she has been a big part.
That just reminds me about being in the room, right? In order for you to see her and to become contagious, you had to be in the room around Miss Esther to see
Correct.
her heart, and now she's still watching over, making sure that you still follow that legacy that she's been doing, but you had to be around the right people.
Correct.
How we always being around the right people all the time. That's good. That's good. So Miss Esther is one of the ones who, started getting you into your journey, started just saying, this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. But there was a point when you realized that hair was more than just a job, and that it was a purpose, because sometimes people just want to get into it for the money, but there was a purpose behind you doing hair. What's that?
My purpose for doing hair was seeing the love that people have for different things and making it where you can give somebody, even if they don't have it, just to see the smile on their face. You made their day. You changed their whole dynamic. They could have come in there mad as all hurt, upset, but once you changed them and you did everything that you could do for them, it gave them a whole new purpose. So that gave me excitement to realizing that, this is not just a job. This is actually, and I had someone say this to me, this is my ministry.
Yes.
Because behind the chair, you're just not a stylist. You're just not somebody that's saying, oh, I'm just fixing your hair. No, you're counseling them. You're ministering to them. You are hugging on them. You're loving on them. So it's not just a job anymore. It's actually a ministry. It's love. It's kindness, support. Because you end up being family and friends with so many people that you don't even know how much family you got by the time, end of the day, you just got family. You don't have clients anymore.
No. Everybody come and they be like, Mitch, I'm gonna bring you something to eat. Mitch, I got something for you. So it's like you're spending so much time around these people till that's when when you say transformation, you're able to see people transform out of how they came in that day. And sometimes it's not even about a hairstyle. Sometimes it's about, I just need to be in the presence. I want to just touch you. I just want to be, for you to say a word to me, that is the key point to what it means when it says transformation and who Katrina is in Walterboro, South Carolina. So
hairstylist, a barber, a loctician, a braider, a natural hairstylist, if you touching hair, as long as you license, this message is for you. I want to talk to you for a moment. Chasing a recovery through gadgets and serums is never going to outperform a body in crisis. Why? Because it's considered health loss. Hair loss equates to health loss. Hi, I'm Kai Smith, founder of the American Academy of Hair and Scalp Diseases, where we certify beauty professionals to become functional trichologists. Listen, I want to invite you to Charlotte, North Carolina. I got a conversation that is as real as it's going to get, because we have taken the courses, we have shown up to the trichology courses, yet we're still falling short. If you are touching hair, you are now responsible for keeping that hair on your client's head. And we have to shift our perspective from hair loss to health loss. So I want to ask you a question. What role do you play? Are you really a true health advocate and you understand the intricacies of going inside of the body to make a shift metabolically, to disrupt the endocrine dysfunction, the metabolic misfires, and the immune wars going on beneath the scalp, behind every single strand that protrudes that follicle? Who are you? September 27th through the 29th, the trauma of trichology. The trauma of trichology is real. Some of us are shaken by it, and some of us are rooted in it. It's time for you to arm yourself with the functional truth and stop hiding behind conventional methodologies or your holistic topical treatments and saying that these things are going to work. Because if you don't move the metabolism, you're not going to move what manifests on the scalp and sustain the recovery. Because quite frankly, if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. If you're ready to increase your revenue and you're ready to stand on the front line of true health advocacy, then this conversation is for you. And I want you to meet me in Charlotte, North Carolina, September 27th through the 29th at MPulse Summit.
So listen, that was such an amazing commercial. So it's showing people exactly what we're going to be bringing to the table at MPulse Summit. And this will be your what year with us now?
Ooh, I believe this is my fourth
Your
coming.
fourth year. Fourth year. So you know there's always
Yes.
big numbers in it. This is our second year. So a shift is coming from in your spirit, in your life right now. So you mentioned working multiple jobs and you was raising your kids before you went full time in the salon, right? A lot of people would have been nervous and
Mhm.
scared about that. What was the turning point where you knew you had to be committed to the path of being a solopreneur, entrepreneur in this industry?
Oh, wow. I ended up being out of work for 2 years,
Mm,
and my child told me he wanted something one day, and it was so crazy. And I said, "Well, I don't have that. I don't have it right now. I'm not working." He, you know how little people can be. He was like, "Ma, you did hair today." He said, "That's your job," and walked off. And I said, "You know what? You're right." I ended
mm.
up going back into the business, and within that first year, I made more than I did in both of the past jobs that I had. So I knew then, you know what? You're playing with this. You need to go
Yeah.
ahead and make this your full career, make this your full time path. And now I have been blessed to be in business 15 years.
Wow.
So, but I've been licensed for over 25. But out of those 15, I have now owned my own. So thanks to God. That's
That's it.
all I can that's all I can tell you. Thanks to God.
You
Having
know,
that type of
it takes
faith and that trust.
it. Our children have that agape faith. They have that,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not scared faith, but yet as adults, we get so
Right.
scared of the
Mm-hmm.
unknown, and they're the ones who already see. God had already seen it, go into play before. That's why he was sitting. That's why he walked off. That was God just tapping you on the shoulder, said, "All right, now you
Mm-hmm.
do know
Mm-hmm.
you're already doing this, so why not walk in it
Into it.
completely?" Yeah.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
what does transformation look like to you? Is not just physically for your clients, but spiritually. How do you see transformation spiritually in your guests that come into salon?
Oh, very good question. Um, they when once we come in and once they have a conversation with me and we talk, it's like you can see the all the anger, the hate, the
Mm,
fuss, and all the thing. You see a whole calmness, and I've experienced that with a couple of people. It was like, coming in here, I needed this. I needed to have that moment where I could just relax. And you didn't talk to me where you was fussing with me. You went as far as spiritually and letting me know that God still got me. And I said, that's how I get along every day. You have to know that he has you spiritually. You have to know that he's going to make it happen. We may not know it at that moment, of
yeah,
course, but day by day, yeah, you got to see it to you got to have faith in it, not just see it. You got to have the faith to keep on going through what you're going through. I said, it's only a test. It was like, I've had some of them literally say, coming in here, I was not in a good spirit. Leaving out, got a whole different vibe. I got a whole different attitude about what you was talking about. I said, hey, sometimes it's best just to have a conversation and talk it through.
right.
So spiritually,
Yeah,
yeah, I've had different people with different things. So you can see the change.
yeah, that's good because, like I said, it's at MPulse Summit. We always say it's bigger than hair, and that is what they feel when they're coming around or coming in your presence of transformation. That they know if anybody can make me laugh, smile, and make me look good, it is Katrina. And so that spirit changes everything. It shifts everything in the atmosphere. That is awesome. So my next question,
Okay.
you know, when you're coming in and out of the salon, what's some of the changes that you have seen in your salon? What's some of the things that you've seen actually change in there since when you first started 15 years ago to now?
Ooh, I have a more mature clientele.
Mm,
And I actually have two young ladies that's in my salon. I've also had another young lady, and her mother actually came to me and said, thank you. And I didn't understand what she was talking about she said, I don't know what you did, how you did it, but you've helped my daughter to mature. So I've seen them grow, and I've seen
mm,
from where I was, I tried to help them where, like, this is the mistakes I made. Let me give you these tips now so you can do things a little differently. So I see some of the growth in some of the people that I have been around in a
so
lot of
this is
different
fantastic.
ways.
Yeah, that's the transformation because when we start practicing, then we get better. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
in our salon, we see different changes go. We see, people may come, people may go. But in the same manner, like you said, the maturity level of the transform is what has now started you to say, okay, I did this before, now let me do this. I did this
Mm-hmm.
worked, this didn't work. So those practices are always something that people are always looking for, but at least practice make perfect over a period of
Correct.
time. But
Correct.
you're always striving to do things because you're in classes and you're learning it. You're
Yes.
willing to take those chances to be a better person. And that's what I
Yes.
know for a fact from being around you, that you are looking. You're
Oh yeah.
searching. You're not just sitting
Oh
back here saying,
yeah.
I'm gonna wait till to come. I know I've been doing this for 15 years. I know. No, no, just in the seats of Atlanta, you was there soaking things in and taking it in. And you drove, y'all came from Walterburg to Atlanta, you
Oh
know?
yeah.
So they'll let you know. So transformation has a scripture, Romans 2:12 and 2. And you talked about what inspired the name. How does renewing the mind connect to what's happening in the chair with that?
Well, sometimes when you have a conversation with somebody and they come in one way, and just a little conversation can renew them to having a different thought pattern. So that's part of the transformation as well. Just having a conversation can help you renew your mind in the ways of, I didn't think about it like that. Or, you gave me a different outlook on how I should look at things. So that's how I connect with the renewing part of the name transformation and the scripture. So just having a conversation, just renewing them from giving them a different outlook on things. So they will have just a renewed spirit, a renewed mindset, a different mindset.
It's almost like I said the other day, I look at things, it could be worse from me getting, me hitting the car. I could have been in a bad car accident. So just the renewal of the mind, change it to where you can't even get mad because this may have been slowing me down from something that I was trying to rush to. So True. Romans 12 and 2, is about renewing the mind. How do you personally renew your mind and keep you conforming to the pressures that may be consuming around you? What's some of the things that renew you personally that you do?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I came to Atlanta and I felt like I was burnt out. So even though Romans 12 and 2 states renewing the mind, I've been having issues with renewing mine personally because you get so overwhelmed with everybody else, you sometimes tend to forget who you are and the things that you need to do. So coming around the tour, getting around different people, like-minded people, I feel like that will help me to renew my mind and get me back on the right path and the right mindset and get me around things that I can build myself back up. So restore, renew. Hey, that's what I'm here for.
I love it. I'm here for it. So listen, I wanted to walk in the room just so you could see what it feels like to be in the room. Restore 2025 MPulse Summit is going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it is an event that you just cannot afford to miss. I want to personally invite Charlotte and surrounding areas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, any place from all over. If you say you are in a beauty burnout, if you say you are tired and confused, if you say you want to give up, then do this. Be in the room so that you will have no choice but to be around like-minded individuals that can pull you out of that bitterness, that can pull you out of that want to give up, that can pull you out of that confusion. So if that's you that I'm talking to, then come on and join us. $2.99. You can find that ticket at stand.store/MPulse Summit. We want you to be a part of the family. We want you to be in the room.
Press your way through. Press your way through. Can't give up now. You ought to press your way through. Press your way through. Press your way through. Can't give up now. You ought to press your way through. Oh! You ought to press your way through. Oh!
So he said, press your way through and come on to the seats of MPulse Summit Restore 2025. Joe 22 and 25 said it's time to rebuild. It is time to revive. It is time to restore yourself and things that are connected to you. September the 27th through the 29th. So many events that we're having and so many things that we've added. Outside events, the MIM, the PPB, the Sunday Post, the Men on Pause, the Cream Gala, the Release, the Cocktail Hour. We have 3 days of education. We have 3 days of an experience, spiritually, personally, and professionally. We're saying, will you be in the building September the 27th through the 29th? Popcorn with Purpose. With this, we are going to be having an amazing panel. We have a Men on Pause panel, and we also be talking about mental health, financial freedom, things of that nature. Cocktails with the Coaches. That is a signature VIP access only event that's going to be happening throughout the weekend at MPulse Summit. We are excited. Breakfast of Champions. That's the early morning rise champions where the coaches will come in and help them with anything that they're looking for to better themselves and their business and those that are connected to them. Future professionals, if that's you or you know someone that's in school, 1 day, $75 with a swag bag, 2 days with a swag bag as well. So future professionals, come on. MPulse Summit has something amazing for you. If you are talking about, hey, I want to be there. How can I be there? What can I do to get there? You can get in the room. For $299, you can be in the space of MPulse Summit. Network, nightly lock-in, Sunday post, release, spiritual gathering, intimate classrooms, workshops, focus on topic panels, discussion, main stage industry, as well as product presentations. $299. Let's get in. Lock in right now by scanning this code or go to stand.store/MPulse Summit, and you can have a seat at the table. This young lady has a seat at the table. Not only does she have a seat at the table, she has her name on that seat. She's from Walterboro, South Carolina. We go way back. She is the visionary founder and owner of Transformations 12 and 2. And she is a young lady that's going to bring you so much power, and you can see it through the screen. You can already just feel none other than Miss Katrina Payne from Walterboro, South Carolina. Welcome back. So listen, 15 years, salon owner. Your path came from a foundation of 2 amazing families. You're located right there in Walterboro, South Carolina. Are you originally from there?
I am not. I am originally from James Island, South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
We moved to a little town called Cottageville when I was 6. So this is home. Cottageville and Walterboro is like maybe 10 minutes away from each other. So this has been home. But
so 995 Bell Street. Roots and Foundations. So when someone is coming to you to get their service provided, what's some of the things that they look forward to seeing or feeling when they come around you?
I do my best to try to keep a professional attitude, pleasant spirit. I want to give them a place that they can feel comfortable and not feel like you got a whole bunch of drama, a whole bunch of gossip, a whole bunch of this. This is a place that you can come in, enjoy your shampoos, enjoy your simple conversation with different clients, but a place of peace. I like to have that type of Zen moment. I really don't want all that drama or that, I want you to come in and just enjoy getting your hair done. Just enjoy the company, enjoy the peace. Let's listen to some music. Let's laugh a little while. Even if we want to have serious conversations, let's have serious adult conversations. We don't have to be mad with each other. We can enjoy this the whole entire time. But a mature atmosphere is what I like to present, and what I want to try to keep presenting.
And that's what people are looking for now. They're looking for a space that's a safe space that they can come in with whatever issues they're having. And, some people are having scalp issues, and they're having hair issues and just mental health, things. And they really want to be able to talk and just be able to touch. So you've had your work published in Sophisticated Black Hair Magazine. That's awesome. That's big right there. How did that moment feel? I know that was multiple moments, but how did that moment feel when you seen your work in Sophisticated Black Hair Magazine?
Girl, you have arrived a little something. So you stepping your game up, girl. You ain't as bad as you thought you was. But it made me look at it like, oh wow, you really doing something. So
That's good.
I felt good about it. Um, it was really a great feeling to have that actually published because I used to buy the
Mm,
magazine all the time and just be looking at different styles and different. Sometimes I just look at it like, well, wow, I've actually done that cut. I've done this. I've done that. So when it came the opportunity, I said, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna try it.
yeah.
Ended up getting published, so I was like, ooh, okay, wow, I can really do this. So it was a great moment. It was a good feeling. So
That's it. That's a great feeling when you can see your work, you know. And so beyond the salon, you've helped organize Juneteenth and Walterboro Walk Fashion Show. Why is it so important to just pour back into the community in so many ways that you've been doing?
I personally, I like to see people looking good, having fun, enjoying themselves.
Mm,
So if I can bring part of that to my community, then I'm all for it. Um, and then I look at it like this: you are you coming in to see me, so why can I not come back out into my community and help as much as I possibly can? The
yeah.
Walter Fashion Week, we are we have done we showcase different people fashions here locally. If you're a seamstress, if you're different entrepreneurs, they come. So I enjoy letting other people show their talents. I don't mind sitting in the background. I don't have to have all the attention.
Yeah.
Juneteenth is that type of thing. My name is there, and I enjoy going out and talking to the community and helping any way I can possibly help. So it's good to. I like the idea of like, you know what, you've come in and supported me all these years. Why can't I come back and support the community that has supported me? So it's very important for me for them to see that I am also there to support them as much as they are supporting me.
That's awesome. Yes. So you became a salon owner young, young, right? We're gonna say young.
Yes,
Also,
yeah.
you were a educational technician with me at Influence Hair Care, and that's huge right there because we came from that foundation of Dudley and then Influence. What does it mean for the role that you played then as a educator and then now behind the chair? What does those roles mean to you now?
It helped me to be a better stylist.
Mm,
When I said that is because I wasn't always the one that liked to do a lot of talking. I would kind of be the
mm,
background person, but it pushed me into things that I wasn't comfortable with. And that's being in front of a crowd, being in front of
yeah.
someone. So it gave me the opportunity to show something that I didn't know I had in me. So I was like, wow, I can actually, now I can teach, or I could actually educate someone else on something that I love doing.
Yeah.
So it really helped me in a lot of ways to pull me out of my little shell. I say
Yeah.
shell. That so it was fun. I enjoyed it. Will I still do it? Of course, all the time. I end up getting pushing things that I don't like doing a lot of times.
Right. Right. Right.
Back to the fashion shows. I've gotten pushed in the middle of like, okay, you're gonna be the announcer today. But
I
I
know you
did it.
lied.
Okay, I know you.
Right. 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 Right.
I came for backstage. What happened to me being in the forefront? But that also helped me to be a part of that as far as the education in that as well. So it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Mm. So, what's some of your specialties? Because I know that some of the things that you've done that's in the magazine and some of the things that you did with Influence and then behind the chair. If you was to say something that you can do with your eyes closed, no doubt about it, you love doing this, what would that be?
Haircutting.
Mm, that's good.
Um, the crazy thing about that, um, when I went to take my board exam, that was the one thing I failed. I did
Mm,
everything else right, and I failed that by a few points. When I went back to get my license, I prayed and then did it with flying colors. I said, okay. So I turned my weakness into my strength.
That's it.
So haircutting, I may not be the best at it, but I'm always willing to learn.
That's
So,
good.
but I could in my sleep. Another thing, I've gotten into lash application.
Okay.
So, I can do that pretty much in my sleep because I've done my own in my sleep in quick, fast, and a hurry. So,
Right. Like I'm still struggling. I be struggling. You see me pulling mine just now.
hey, just did them before I even got on this live with you.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, ladies, gentlemen, those who are in the Walterboro surrounding areas, if you're looking for someone who, without a doubt, looking for an amazing cut, if you're looking for someone that can bang that out and lashes and just personal care, taking care of you as a person, then you want to go to Transformation 12 and 2. That's where you need to be at in Walterboro. No questions, stop doubt. Sometimes people are like, I've been looking for somebody like you. Like for me, I love a good haircut. I'll cut my man. Somebody can cut my eye, cut the fool out. It's no problem. I love it, because I know that just gives you a totally different vibe. When you got that haircut, you're like, yes, I'm feeling myself,
Oh yeah.
That's why people like, you keep your haircut. Yes, I love a good haircut. And I love doing cuts. And so now when they're coming to the salon, the atmosphere, the picture that you're painting to me is, come on in, Miss So-and-so. I have you here. This is the things that I can offer. These are the things that I've done. You're training at the same time. So if you're looking for someone to also train you on proper products, you need to be going to Katrina, because this is something that a lot of times people buy it, but just buy this. And you're like, well, what does it do? I don't know. I have it on here. It's just a shampoo, but you already know the proper products because you was trained using nothing but the best. And that's what you're going to be bringing to the table. Nothing but the best when it comes to being in her salon in Walterboro and surrounding areas. We're going to pull this. We're going to pull it from different atmospheres and say, come on in the room.
Come on in. Come on in.
You talked about this question here, burned out. What made you feel like you was burned out? Because you're always a jolly person. You're always funny. You're always finding the light in something that's dark. What made you? Because I know there's somebody out there that's probably facing the same thing that you're about to say. But what made you say, you know what, I'm burned out. I'm tired. I can't do this one.
Well, it was, I lost who I was. There's been days that I'm like, who are you? Are you just the person that everybody comes to and talk? So it got to the point where I felt like a computer and I needed to hit the delete button or hit the recycle button. Let me put some of the stuff in there. So it was like, when are you going to recharge yourself?
Come on.
You sit here and you listen to everybody else. You give everybody else advice. Who pouring into you? So when I got to that point, I was like, you know what? Hey, you might need to step back a little while. But how you gonna step back from something God ordained you wouldn't also that you loved?
Yeah.
So I was like, how can I get back to who I used to be, and how can I keep pouring into everybody else when ain't nothing pouring in me? I'm pouring everything out. My cup, I'm giving them what's in my cup. I'm only supposed to give over what's the run over, but I'm giving everything and I don't have nothing in mine.
Yeah.
So it's been days that I'm like, oh, what can I do? What can I and my girl Frederica said, no, you going with me to Atlanta. We gonna go to this, and you need to get out of this, because she's really helped me, and we really keep in contact with each other, and we really talk. So she's like, no, it's time for you to, you're too talented not to. do what we need to do. So when I said restore, refresh, hey, it's time to restore, refresh, and get myself back
So
together.
I want everybody to put their seatbelts on. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come right back and talk about the burnout and the restoration even more with you.
Okay.
Don't mess this.
It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the flow. 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the deck like fuck. What's that on a beat, bro? Deep out in rap. He a freak though. Man down, call like Ember Lambs. Tell him breathe. Let them boys to the cross, they walk around like T's. What's up with these Japonio? Trying to see Compton. In the street can hate me. Pump them all in they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. Been a crash on his body, I'm John Stockton. What?
I will never dread hair wash days after learning this. Meet Tahiri Kids, the game changer in kids hair care. Introducing Tahiri Kids Hair Care System, where gentle, natural ingredients meet proven results. Say goodbye to tangles, dryness, and those pesky tears during bath time. Our formulas are free from harsh chemicals, parabens, and sulfates, making them perfect for delicate scalps and every hair type. Watch as our claymation friends show you how easy and fun hair care can be. From our detangling shampoo to our nourishing conditioner, Tahiri Kids transforms hair care into a playful adventure. Parents, this is more than just hair care. It's a bonding moment that leaves their hair healthy, shiny, and strong. Plus, with our eco-friendly packaging, you're doing good for the earth too. Tahiri Kids, naturally beautiful hair, naturally happy kids. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. Click the link in our bio to learn more. Don't miss out. Join the Tahiri Kids family today.
Listen, that was exciting. Now we want to get a little bit deeper, right?
Okay.
From burnout to now restoration. What do you visualize that being? But what do you see that being? Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a very good question. Me totally at peace with whom I am. My faith increased.
Mm.
I have faith, but I want this to keep on continuing to sustain my faith. Leaving that to my children, to my because I have a granddaughter,
Yay.
who is so I want to be able to show her these are the things that you can do, these are the things that you can obtain. But as long as you keep your faith, keep your integrity to who you are. Don't let nobody change you.
That's it.
So those things, yeah.
Yeah, because
Keeping my faith.
we talk about our faith, and faith, it has definitely sustained us in the ups and the downs.
Ooh,
The times when we're
yes.
up, we had our faith. When we're down, we had to hold on to our faith.
Mhm.
And it building up into that. It just goes back and forth with what we're saying is this is a faith built industry. And
Yes,
with
most
that,
definitely.
you're looking at who you can pull with you. Like, okay, I got my
True.
son now, my
hmm
granddaughter. So when you're looking at these things, you say, listen, it was faith that got me through this
That's it.
time. I remember this time when I didn't have this in my account, and faith got me in, and I'm like, okay, God, you know what? You allowed me
Mm.
to eat,
Hello.
and having that
Hello. Hello.
abundant overflow faith of saying, God, if you did it for somebody else, I know you can do it for me.
Oh,
I've
yes.
seen what you can do for
Oh,
other
yes.
people. And like you said, you're losing yourself because you was always pouring out to so many people, and you was like, man, I don't even recognize who I am, because you became
Mm-hmm.
depleted over a period of time,
Mm-hmm.
and you was like, listen, I'm giving, I'm give out. I
Yep.
can't do no
Mm-hmm.
more. And then
Mm-hmm.
you said, listen, it is time for me to now plug into me again.
Yes.
And so now you're at MPulse Summit.
Yep.
Now you're there. What do you look forward to coming in September?
The connections, the people that building, scribing, doing everything that I'm doing. They showed me that everything that you think that is not possible, it is possible. You're looking at it. So to be around, once again, to be in the room with those type of people will give me the energy that I need to recharge my battery, to restore my mindset, to help me to refuel my goals, my dreams, the things that I know that I want to do that's still on the table. Because, hey, I know it's there. It's just about getting there. So coming to MPulse this year, I know that it's going to help me to restore, rebuild, refuel, and revive.
I like it. So, I wanted to ask this question. I'm going to ask this next, but when you think about restore now, what does restoration mean to you personally in this season? And what I was feeling is that there was a time when you regretted not doing something. It was a time when you knew you should have walked in the room or been at this place. Living in regrets. Living in regrets. What is that? Because that's what I'm feeling, is that it was a time when you said, man, I should have been there, but I talked myself out of being da-da-da because I allowed my seeing to outweigh my faith.
Moving from South Carolina.
Come on.
I wanted to move before my oldest son got in high school, but I wanted to move to Charlotte. And I still sometimes feel like I need to go to Charlotte, but I just realized it wasn't in the right timing. So I don't regret it, because if I had left, I wouldn't have my business. So, but it was just a different path that I had to take in order to get there. So part of me sometimes feel like, hey, you know what? It's still there. It's just in God's timing. It's not in your timing. So that's about the only thing.
That's good.
Everything
like
else,
you said,
everything else is just, hey, that's just a time that you got to, it's in God's timing.
That's it.
Everything I had to look at is in God's timing for me. And what I'm supposed to do next is in God's time. So
there's somebody out there that's sitting, that's going to listen to this. And what advice would you give a person who may be going through a burnout, uncertainty, they poured out? What would you tell them? What would be that thing that you're saying, that they feeling, they tired, and they feel insecure about their skills? What would you tell them?
Don't give up. It might be that you feel that right now, but it's only to wake you up to look at self instead of just looking at everybody else. So don't give up. Keep going through the storm. It might be raining right now, but it's sunshine on the other side.
That's good.
So keep going. Keep going.
That's good, because trouble don't last always.
Oh,
and
no.
I think that's, with us being, you've been doing it 15 years. I've been doing it 30 some years. We see the ups and downs of things. And plenty of times we can say, you know what, I can just walk away from this. But like you said, it's an assignment that is on you, that you can't, it just can't,
Nope.
So
Let you
there's
do
it's not. it's been a
We'll
very
let you leave
different
it.
year.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a
Mhm.
very different year. It's a shift in the atmosphere
Mhm.
that we feeling. Why are you expecting more than ever before right now? Because again, being in the industry as long as we've seen the times, and then somebody said, "I've never seen it like this," but it's God's timing.
Mhm.
What's
Mhm.
different about this year that
Yeah.
you feel, and then what can you expect even more that we're putting out in the atmosphere right now? We're calling out. What is it that Katrina Payne is expecting?
Ooh. Um, I don't mind telling my age. So I'm 51.
Mhm.
In these next years, I expect to have abundant peace. Peace. Um, I want to laugh every day. I want to enjoy life to the fullest. Anything that's going on with anybody else, either you're going to smile or you're going to let that go. Because you can't change the past. You have to continue to build a better future and not dwell in your past. So at this time, I expect happiness, greatness, peace,
That's it.
this humble peace. Um, I want to enjoy, just enjoy
Yeah,
being me, enjoy life, having a good time.
that's
I
it.
ain't got time for the, ain't got time for the aggravation, man. You ain't
Mm.
got time for that no more.
Right, right.
Um, you ain't got time for the he say, she say. No, I don't have time for that. No. Mm-mm. What
So the
you
guest that's
say?
sitting in your chair, a guest that may
Uh-huh.
sit in your chair that's been coming to you for a while. What if I asked them a question? How is Katrina? What would they say about you?
Straightforward. hmm
Mhm.
She don't cut no chases with us. She don't give us what we want. She tell us just how she feel. Yeah, I've been told that. And if you talk to my mother, it's gonna be a whole different type of conversation.
Really, really, really.
But they'll tell you in a minute. She's straightforward, but she loves us, and I do. I really do. But I'm straightforward with them because I want the best for them.
That's it.
I want the best for them. I don't want them to go out there and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. No, mm-mm. We're gonna have a conversation when everybody leave out here. So you're gonna be
Yeah,
last the day.
yeah.
So,
Right, right.
but
You do understand.
you do
Right,
understand. Yeah,
right, right.
I love you, but it's trouble for you later.
And
So,
that's what
and
people
do
need. They don't need a
it.
lot of yes people around it. They need the real people to tell them
Hmm.
what's really going on. Like, listen, I want to tell you that you got to change this, go about this, go this way.
Hmm.
But I'm only
Hmm.
telling you because I love you.
Right,
So it's constructive
right,
growth. It's not constructive criticism. It's constructive growth
right.
that you want someone to be better. That's
Yes,
what you're striving for, to show them to be better.
that's it. That's it.
So it's often a difference between what we look at on the outside and what we feel on the inside. That's obvious.
Hmm.
Have there ever been a moment where you've looked put together, because you always put together, but you felt
Thank you, thank you.
broken, you know? And what did it teach you at that time? Because we can put on all the
Oh,
makeup and everything, but you know, what time was that you felt that you was broken?
um, this year
Mm,
and last year. Like I could sit here and put on makeup, put on jewelry, put on a nice outfit. Um, I can paint the outside, but the inside, mm, baby, that's mashed potatoes. That's all
mm,
messed up. So it's been last year, this year, coming into this year. So that's another reason I said, you know what? I wanted to get around like-minded people
yeah,
because I needed that positive vibes, need that positive energy. So it's been recently. Like, you paint a picture. Hey, I got on cute earrings right now. Got my hair pulled back. I'm a cute shades, my lipstick. But there's
Yeah.
still part of me that says, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
That's good.
it's a it's a job.
You do. So, as someone that have been giving so much to their family, their clients, and just their community, what part has been the hardest to get back to, like that, because you didn't pour it out so much, you know? And what does God need to restore for Katrina?
Confidence.
Mm,
Um, I have had those days when I just was like, you know what? I'm As you get older, health changes. So you
yeah.
don't feel like you look the same or you're taking care of yourself as much as you have. So come across some health issues and stuff like that. So it was like, you know what? I want God to restore my health, get me in a better, healthier state. And that's not just physical, but that's also mental.
Yeah.
So those are the things that Katrina needs to have a
Mhm.
healthier mindset, a healthier life, a balance between that work and that home, family. It's time for me to balance me back out.
Yeah. I'm thinking about all the different events that we have at the summit, and just
Mhm.
starting on Saturday, right? We have the Boots on the Ground Green. That's where we come together. It's like a family reunion. You see people who you've never seen. You see people who have been seen in a while. But it's just
Right.
like a all art. Just when we learn how to do the dances and just food and connections and just being able to hug each other. Because I love hugging. Like, I'm a hugger. And then
Yeah.
we come back Saturday evening and we have that popcorn with purpose. And
Okay.
it's not just about the popcorn, Trina, but it's
Right.
about the purpose of us coming together. That's bigger than a kernel. It's bigger than butter. It is bigger than anything. But we're going to be discussing that confidence factor, that insecure factor, that little girl factor, a little boy factor, that things that we've been going through, and how we just want to go back and or get back something that's greater that we know that we deserve. And so that is another way that I can just see it building up in you. You know what I'm saying? I can see that
Yeah.
just coming back. And then we wake up the next morning as a signature VIP. You'll have your signature VIP breakfast of champions. And this is
Okay.
where we're going to bring a coach in, and it's the raw deal. Like, come in, and I would tell people, come in with a fresh new pad and paper, because
Okay.
you want to be able to write down these questions and get these coaches to say, hey, I'm just going to be very transparent for you. I've been doing this wrong. This has been happening. And they being
Right.
able to pour into you. That is where the breakfast of champions are going to come up, because you got to get up early in the morning to get it. So
Right.
there's no
Hmm.
excuses. There's no sleeping. We getting it early in the morning. And then we have our cream gala. That's another thing where we dress up and we just give something that we deserve, and that is
Hmm.
being around other people that's doing stuff. You wake
Right.
up that morning, Sunday morning, we have the Sunday Post with Pastor Major Jones, and you've witnessed him before. A
Oh yes.
very, very
Amazing.
just
Amazing.
amazing, just humble individual that's going to be there. So that's another thing that is going to be poured into you. And then we have the release. And the release is our staple, that it's where everything that you bought there, you're leaving it at the altar. One of the biggest things that I have a problem with, and that is releasing, because I'm always helping so
Mm.
many people. I'm always doing that. But the release is something I look forward to, that I'm just want to lay it there and say, God, listen, I need you to just handle this. It is saying in Joel 2:25 that everything that was lost and stolen, that the cankerworms have eaten, that God is going to give it back to us in abundantly and overflow even better. It's restoration time, and it's going to be in September 27th through the 29th, because it is bigger than hair. Bigger than hair is not just about hair, but it's a bigger than hair. It's about getting Trina back
Yes.
to confidence and being able to show her
Hmm.
that there's other people in the room that's just like her, and some people who can pull her up where she's maybe torn down. And we're looking forward to that. I look forward to you being in the building because you bring a certain energy to there. I am going to call out right now for anyone that's in the Walterboro or surrounding areas that's looking for not just a hairstylist that's just to do hair, but a hairstylist that's going to give you everything that your heart's desire. Go to Transformation 12 and 2. 995 Bells Highway in Walterboro, South Carolina. The number is 843-898-3712. Screenshot it, whatever you need to do. Her name is Katrina Payne. She's an educator, a motivator. She's a community leader. This young lady has given back and poured into so many people. And now it's time for the flow to come back to her. It is time for restoration. You're going to see her in September. She's going to educate herself in the seats as being a signature VIP at MPulse Summit. I'm excited for you on that, sis.
I am.
You know, that's going to be dope.
I am.
But you want to make sure that you know that this person here is giving her all because this is what she deserves. And so we're going to have you finish this sentence because I always have something I say at the end. So this year MPulse Summit, I'm expecting God to
restore, 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 and restore. Because it's going to be big. Hey.
Y'all know it. Listen, this is what I always say. This is from your girl, Micheline. I love you. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. See ya.
Yeah, love you.
I love you, babe.
Lord have mercy. The wizard got them back. Live in the building. Yeah. I dance on my damn self. You ready? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time. Oh, oh, oh.